Today's message is that it's okay to change what you want. Perhaps you have been visualizing the same thing for years. Perhaps you have written it on a scripting letter and it feels like you've engraved it into stone. You feel invested in, committed to, and like you can't change what you want. And a common question I get asked often is, what happens if I change what I want? Is this going to be sending mixed signals out to the universe? The good news is, of course you can change what you want. You are your own navigator. And if you have been feeling like you want something different, this is your permission slip. This is the permission slip that you don't need me to give you, that you don't need anyone to give you. You're allowed to change what you want. And I know this can sometimes feel like a total breath of fresh air, like a weight is being lifted, because sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves that things have to stay the same, and we feel bad for growing, for evolving, for changing. But the whole point, I believe, of this life, of why we are here, is for us to collect experiences, both positive and negative, grow from them, learn from them, and with every experience that we acquire, that gives us more experience from which to desire. I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but it just did, so it must be true. I know sometimes we can worry about the fallout of things, and sometimes if it's a big life change, of course, there are things to consider. You might want to walk out of your job straight away today, quit everything, or maybe you don't want to rush that much. And this is just the start of the wheels turning in a slightly different direction. Maybe after listening to this, you're going to have a think about it, meditate on it for a few days, ask some different questions to your subconscious to get different answers. Like, what if I did change my career? What if I did move country? What could that look like? What if that was a possibility? And if it was a possibility, what would I need to rearrange in my reality so that I could get there? That was the question that I started asking myself when my husband and I first got the idea to leave London and move to Spain. Because I remember we got the idea when we were on a boat with some friends in Spain, just to kind of hop around the coastline. We were just looking at the view and thinking, what if we actually lived here? And it was like a whole series of events that led to us even contemplating that. Now, of course, the monkey mind starts talking and says, but how can you move to Spain? All your family live in the UK. After Brexit, it's impossible for English people to move to Spain. And we were not the fastest moving people, because like I said, it took 2 years after that for us to then move to Spain. But across those 2 years, the seed had been planted. And what happened was every choice that we made from 2021 to 2023, we were making decisions differently. We were making decisions that were in alignment with the possibility of us moving to Spain. What we said yes to, what we said no to, what we asked for, what we didn't ask for. Yeah. So if you have an idea, if you have a dream, instead of just extinguishing that little, imagine like a fire and you've just lit it and it's just starting to smoke, it's just starting to light up. Instead of just throwing water on it immediately and extinguishing it, what if you gave it more energy? What if you nurtured it and allowed it to grow into a bigger, stronger light? The difference for us was, instead of just dismissing that desire that was the seed planted in our head, instead of just going, nah, yeah, what a dream to move to Spain, like that's ever going to happen, we thought, well, what if? What if we could? And we changed from it being just a pipe dream to deciding that maybe this could be our next chapter. From deciding, we don't know how we're going to do it, but let's see, let's try. Let's be open to it. I want to add more proof to more people who are thinking, oh, well, it's okay for her. No, it did take 2 years of rearranging our life, rearranging the way that we work, rearranging our residency situations, our financial situations, our employment situations, our family situations, lots of important conversations. And it all led to us living here in Spain now. And now another 2, almost 3 years have gone by since we moved to Spain. And we are so grateful that we have. There's no looking back. We have no regrets. My parents have ended up moving here as well. So now we have both sets of grandparents living 5-10 minutes away from where we live. I recently gave birth to my daughter. So the moral of the story is, you never know what dream life could be presented to you, maybe when you let go of the old dream. Maybe if you feel like the old dream has stagnated, and this isn't for everyone, this is just for those people who feel that way, trust. Trust in the process, trust in the unknown phase where everything feels like it's been thrown up in the air, because things might just settle and rearrange themselves in a way that's better than you even imagined in the first place. So I made a big life decision recently, actually, and that is to close my signature manifestation program, Align, which is something that I've been running for 3 years now. And kind of like Friends, the TV show Friends, where in my opinion, they decided to stop it when it was at its peak. Like, some of those final episodes are the funniest, and I never understood why. But here I am now, choosing to close my manifestation program while it is also at its peak. Like, the results that people are getting now are better than ever before. And so it might not make sense to some people from the outside, but it feels completely right. I've decided that in 5 months from now, so in November, Align will be no more. I can feel the winds of change blowing quite literally through my hair right now. And I'm growing, I'm evolving. This is the subject, this is the topic of this video. I'm not even completely clear on what's next, other than just being more present than ever with my daughter. So all that's to say that if you've ever wanted to join Align, or even if you're feeling that feeling now, that you would love to be part of something where you get to learn the way that I teach manifestation on a much deeper level, you get to be in a community of people who all get it, they're all on the same journey with you. You want to have access to hundreds of hours of coaching, tapping sequences, subconscious rewiring meditations, and my exact formula that I use to manifest new things into my life if I want to normalize levels of income, relationships, stepping into a completely new chapter in my life. The formula I use is the foundation of Align. So I'm opening the doors for one last time. If you click the link below, there is a link to join a wait list so that you can get special pricing to join. And then once the doors close, they really are well and truly shut forever. So everybody who gets in before the doors close, we are going to go on this journey together for 5 months. You can tune in live for group coaching calls with me, bring your questions, we'll work through them together. And then come November, you won't be kicked out of the community. Nothing will actually disappear. Align will just switch into read-only mode. So you'll continue to get access to absolutely everything. There just will no longer be live group coaching calls and a live community after November. But I was excited to actually discover that the technology I use allows me to move Align into a read-only mode, because that means that, say next year you're in a new chapter of your life and you want to revisit the modules, the teachings, or continue to access your favorite meditations or tapping sequences that are inside of Align, you'll be able to continue to access all of those beautiful resources. So it literally is now or never. If you want to join Align, the link will be in the description for the final time. If it aligns with you to join, I can't wait to meet you and work with you inside the program.